Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to a Keelgottime video, and today, because Keel's got some time, we're going to be reacting to he installed cameras everywhere so his girlfriend could watch him. Is that the actual name of the title though? Or did I just make that up? He installed cameras so his girlfriend can watch him 24/7. Okay, damn near the same thing. Guys, I done something. I got sounds finally. Jeez, I got this online soundboard to finally start working, so you know, you're gonna be hearing some of that. Y'all let me know what any funny sounds I should add. But without further ado,
Everyone, a new season of Before the 90 Days just started, and I fear that we have a Colty 2.0 on our hands. If you don't know who Colt is, then consider yourself one of the lucky ones. Colt is a man who had an extremely unhealthy, codependent relationship with his mother well into his 30s. Take a look at his posture here. Notice how he's sitting like he's still...
Yeah, bro has titties. Bro, men that have titties, bro. Fix up.
In a high chair. Someone like this may be able to find a woman for some time, but once she sees you being spoon-fed applesauce by your mother, she may start to have doubts on whether or not you're the right man for her. Eventually, Colt rebelled. He grew his hair out and entered his teenage phase when he was 30.
Okay, Colt. Hold up. Hold on, oh shit.
7. He stayed.
Hold on, Colt. My man went from, you know, looking, I can't say he looks homeless. He looks like he has a home. He just looks like one of them dudes that just stink. And it's just not like...
applesauce by your mother. She may start to have doubts on whether or not you're the right man for her. Eventually, Colt rebelled.
Now, this is like Outlaws type of biker gang vibe, bro. Man like Colt, you know. Man like.
He grew his hair out and entered his teenage phase when he was 37. He stayed up late at night listening to nu metal and drinking Surge. This guy, Forrest, needs to be careful. Otherwise, he's going to be heading down Colt's path very quickly. He definitely seems like a much nicer person than Colt, and I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt at first, but I got about halfway through the first episode before this happened.
Do you remember when you turned 18, where we went?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we're going back there. The shop. Yeah.
The sex shop? Man, what? Huh?
This happened.
Do you remember when you turned 18, where we went?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we're going back there. The shop. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Already? Bro, now y'all, if you've ever been in a sex shop, comment down below. I ain't never been in one, bro. There's one in town, like Digbeth sides. I done passed it like a couple times. Bro. Never, man. Never. It was, oh my days.
Okay. Is this the little dance he does every time he's about to go to a shop with his mom? Does he have to do this little...
I gotta hear it once more. This is gonna be such a disappointing video. What was that?
Jig. Forrest is 32 years old and lives with his mom, or I think I should say his mom lives with him. I'm pretty sure he has his own job and he's self-sufficient. He just does everything with his mom, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but he's gonna have to find somebody who's understanding about that. But I don't really know who would be understanding about this.
Maybe get her a nice purple little negligee. You know, maybe even throw in the little thong panties with it.
Oh my gosh, Mom. I'm gonna run off the road if I start thinking too hard.
Yeah.
Oh god, can we please not do this? I feel like it's not that much to ask for. It can't be that difficult to not do this. The fact that he's willing to walk into a place like that with his mom is pretty crazy because you know most of the people working there are gonna assume that you're there with your partner. Aside from how weird this is to begin with, isn't that a conversation you kind of just want to avoid in general? Oh well, hopefully at least his relationship with his fiance is...
Well, you'd be there at the counter of the shop like, sir, you know, your incest is illegal, right? Like, you are aware? Like, before I gave you this, like, But there, say again, the person that works at the sex shop's probably a freaky ass nigga, bro. So
is somewhat healthy and normal.
they'll
I
probably do
have
all types
security
of shit.
cameras
Oh.
that my girlfriend Sheena pretty much has access to 24/7.
So yeah, look at that. There's his girlfriend right there. They've been dating long distance for 7 years and have never met in person, but they've at least met in the same way that a security guard has met an inmate. His girlfriend watches him from above all day, every day, just to make sure, you know? Everyone thought that Brandon was bad, but this guy is one-upping him. He installed cameras in his own home. Does anybody on this show realize that it's okay to be apart sometimes? In fact, it's a good thing to be apart. You don't always have to be in constant communication. At the same time, if they've been doing this for 7 years, there doesn't seem to be much stopping them. And honestly, on a basic level, on paper, these two seem to be a pretty good match, but we're only 2 episodes in, so anything can happen.
I know it might be awkward for some people to have their girlfriends have so much, control over their lives and be able to see them and talk to them.
Nah, bro. I can't be chilling. I get up to go toilet, and I just hear just following my actions, bro. This nigga. But then again, he's not doing anything. Like, look at him. He's not doing anything, bro. The most he's probably doing. Actually, this type of nigga you find in a Gideon video. Been fucking around with them younguns. This type of nigga you find in there. But since he's installed cameras in his crib and he has a long distance bitch and he goes to a sex shop with his mom, I don't think that's the case. I think Buddy just like, bro, look at his neck, bro. Ah, gosh. Sorry, guys. Come on, let's get through this now.
It actually
I won't
comforts
pause
me.
too
It
much
makes me
more.
feel a lot better.
I like how they keep cutting to the security camera like that actually is his girlfriend. This is
Like it's
crazy. So
finna
she can
say
like
something.
rotate the camera and move it around. Does she have an intercom set up so she can yell at him when he spends too much time in another room? I'm not trying to prejudge too much here, but it's just kind of creepy seeing that camera rotate over when he walks around the room. Even if they're not talking, is she just sitting there moving it around looking at him? I don't understand. Or is it automatic? Either way, whatever the hell this is a much better love story than Gino and Jasmine.
What if I fall over and nobody can see, or I can't get to anybody? There she is, right there, making sure I'm safe. There she is.
Dude, you're 32 years old. You're not an elderly person living in a retirement home. Are you planning on getting into a car accident in your house or something? I don't understand. And plus, your mom lives with you already. I know freak accidents can happen, but unless you have a medical condition or something, I feel like that's not the best reason to install a bunch of cameras in your house so that your girlfriend across the world can see you. I will say though, surprisingly, so far it doesn't seem like jealousy is a big part of the reason why they did this. It certainly is possible that this is something that just works for them. I mean, everybody is different, but usually it would be an indication of something worse.
But she lives in the Philippines, and we've been dating for 7 years, but we never truly met each other in person.
In fact, I've never even seen her before. She's a little shy. She's still working up the courage to video chat. I said, don't you worry for 1 second, honey. I will put a camera in every room. You can watch me for 7 years, and then we can move on to the next stage of our relationship. In all seriousness, if they've been together for 7 years, I bet a lot of this is because of COVID, and they...
So is this an AI photo? Right, this must be AI generated, innit? Since they've never met. Or did they end up finally meeting or some shit? Now, I can't lie. If that is her, she's weird for that. Ma'am, you're weird for that. We all know you was getting dicked down in them 7 years by other men, fam. We all know it. Don't lie.
Just never stop doing it. And luckily they have video called. She's not catfishing him. That would be pretty dark if that was the case.
These are the blackout curtains that I use. So at 4 a.m., I say goodnight to her. I put these up, and I sleep until
Why are
3 or
they not
4,
hung
and
up?
it's when Sheena wakes up, and then we start our day anew.
So yeah, this guy has completely adjusted his schedule to be on her time, and once again, whether or not this is healthy kind of depends on their relationship and how they handle it. But then again, it's really hard for me to imagine how introducing security cameras into a relationship can ever be a good idea, no matter who the couple is. Like, is this a two-way thing? Does he have cameras in her house too? Does he just sit and watch her as she sits there and watches him? Do they just sit there and watch each other and move the camera around? If the mom lives there too, she's just okay with this. There's no way the camera is on all the time. I'm sure it's only whenever they're gonna video call or something, right? This feels like the start of a horror movie. Like he's gonna come downstairs one day and the camera's gonna be installed on the other side of the room.
As you can see here, I have all my bears I've collected for Sheena. This is kind of like our own like little kids and everything right here.
These are their kids right here. This is what it's like to be a parent. All right, I've heard people say that about their pets, of course, but I don't know if I've ever heard a 32-year-old man say a pile of stuffed animals are his babies. I think that one in the bottom right is just a kissing emoji. That's.
I think this is some form of mental illness. Yeah, nah, this guy's not righted in the head at all.
His baby? Has this pile just been sitting in here for 7 years while he waits for her to arrive? Is this his room or the guest room? Is he taking up one of the rooms with these stuffed animals? Do we have another closet mom situation on our hands? Remember that guy whose mom lived in his closet and he had a bunch of guinea pigs running around the house, and then his girlfriend moved here and she saw the entire scene, and then she decided not to scootily poop with him for like 58 days? That was kind of weird, wasn't it?
And then if she wants more romance, hey Siri, start sexy mode. After 7 years, I've finally got enough money so I can book a flight to go visit Sheena in the Philippines.
So I'm
7 years! It took you 7 years to get a flight to the Philippines. Bro, what? There's no fucking way. And we're in 2026. That looked like some old. Maybe it wasn't old. Maybe it was just last year. Let's see. And I live in the UK, so it would be even more expensive. Let's cheap flights. Let's see. Nigga, blah 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 blah. Less than a bag. Less than a bag. I don't see no flight over a bag here. Apart from maybe these also explore. But it's still 500, 500, 600, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Bro, talking about some. It took me 7 years. Nigga, what would you say? You been a penny a day? Like.
I'm sure it's not hard to guess that if Forrest is going to the Philippines, his mother is going to want to go as well. He is only 32 years old after all. It's dangerous sending a 32-year-old little boy off to another country by himself. There's scary people out there, you know?
What age did y'all first go to another country without your parents? I was 19. What age was you lot?
It's going to be like this scene in Home Alone 2 when Kevin wanders through Central Park. Do you want to do that to your 32-year-old child? It's flat out irresponsible. That's like criminal negligence right there. You can't just let a baby hop on a plane. Unfortunately, that is exactly how some of the parents on this show see their children. That's how you end up with this right here. Look at this. Does anybody want this? No, you don't want that. Nobody wants this. It's disturbing. Seriously, it's unsettling. Look at that. Look at it. Look at All right, I'll move on.
Hey, he looks better than before, though.
Hey, Mom. How's it going?
I'm all right. God, that thing is always staring at me everywhere I go. Hey, Sheena.
You know what I always wonder? If you showed this scene to someone in like the 15th century, would they just have a heart attack on the spot? Even if you explain this scenario to somebody from 30 years ago, it would be incredibly bizarre. Now it's only kind of weird. I'm not even saying that's good or bad, by the way. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying this guy's got a security camera on his wall. There's really no way around that. It's there. I could see it. So now his mom asks if he's looking forward to the trip, and then he says yes, and she's like, all right, well, we need to prepare. We got to go to a sex shop now. She gets way too excited about this. She was waiting for this like it's her big moment.
Why do you need to go to the X shop? Why? For what? Mom, you're going to the Philippines. Go get you 100 ml deodorant. Go get you some cream, some clothes, shorts, t-shirt, bro. You don't need to pack fucking dildos. You don't need that. You don't need dildos and thongs and whatever else they sell up in that place, bro. You don't need that.
This is literally our introduction to his mother on the show.
When he was 18, I discovered Forrest had gotten into our little stash that me and my husband had.
I love how he nods along as if she's talking about an accomplishment that she's proud of. He's like, yep, I did do that. That was me. I did that shit. I own it, and I'm proud of it. So I guess that happened when he was 18 and his mom found out. So instead, she brought him to this scootily poop shop. I don't know why they're so excited to talk about.
Bro, when my parents found out my shit, I got cussed out, bro. I got cussed. I remember I thought I was slick. I had two phones. I had two phones. One my normal phone and one phone. I'd use it to watch corn in it whenever I was feeling like I needed to rub one out. You know, young kids. So yeah, I had I had the one phone with specifically just like on that browser. It was just a few pages of corn, bro. And I remember my parents were going through my phone. It's like, open up your browser, nigga. Open up your browser. But he was going through my second phone though. Like they had found out I got my second phone. They were scrolling through that bitch. Nigga, open your browser, cause I had the face lock on it. Nigga, open your browser. Nigga, open your browser. Telephone. Nigga, open your browser. I opened that bitch. Oh, it was over with. Over with. I'll never get that. That was jokes. But yeah, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to cuss your kids out. You're supposed to tell them this and that. Like, yo, this finna happen if you carry on. Blah, 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 blah. Sexual deviancy, all of that. You don't take them to the fucking corn shop. Yeah, she just a freak, bro. She just a freak.
This stuff, like, you know, there are certain things you don't have to bring up. You can keep them to yourself. They're just willingly admitting this information like it makes them cool. You know, nobody's prying this out of them.
I'm trying to put on a happy face for Forrest because I know they love each other, but I would have an issue with Forrest going if I wasn't going. Because I don't trust Sheena.
Here we go. See, she would have an issue with him going if she wasn't going. He's 32 years old. It's one thing if it's mutual, which luckily it does seem to be, but it sounds like she's saying even if he didn't want her to go, she would have to go anyway, or she would have an issue with it and try to stop him from going. It's certainly possible that she has a good reason to not trust his fiance. I mean, we don't know enough about them yet, but at the same time, this doesn't seem to be looking like a very healthy mother-son dynamic here.
I'm not good at this stuff, and I got my mom here to help me out with that, so I've never really kissed a woman before besides my mother and my grandmother.
Dude.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
even trying to make fun of this guy. So far, I'm actually kind of rooting for him. I just think he overshares a little bit too much. It seems like his mother may have got him in the habit of oversharing everything because that's what she does all the time. It's one thing to say you've never kissed anyone before. It's an entirely different thing to say you've only kissed your mother and your grandmother. You don't have to say that part. At the same time, I admire this guy because he doesn't care what anybody thinks. He's just being himself, even if that means talking about kissing his grandmother. Anything can happen on 90 Day, but as of now, this guy seems like a relatively normal, wholesome guy who has a potentially toxic, unhealthy relationship.
I'm sorry. I'm not. My brain, bro. My brain. Like, this guy's in the corn shop right now with his mother, talking about, oh yeah, I've not really done this stuff before. I don't know. That's why I brought my mom along. Dude, you're in the. This is mental illness. This is actually mental. Like, we're looking at a form of mental something, bro. Like, this guy needs treatment. This is sickening.
With his mother. Whereas I don't think the same thing can be said for Colt. I don't think there was ever a point where I thought he was wholesome. I mean, look at this. Look at that. You think that was wholesome?
This dude just hating. We might need to watch this. We might need to see what Colt done.
Yeah,
this dude hating.
Like this a lot more.
No, I said I'm more drawn to this. I don't care what she thinks. Listen, for
Wait, that's what they're selling in sex shops.
Wholesome? Was this ever wholesome?
I'm more drawn to this.
Oh, is that all? Is really that it? They sell fucking PJs, dressing gowns and shit. I must be mistaken. I must be mistaken. Bro, this stuff is shit you seeing next. You go TK Maxx, bro. Find this on the shelf. Discount. The fuck?
Yeah, I definitely think she.
I'm not tripping.
No, I said
There must
I'm
just
more
be other
drawn to
shit
this.
in
I
the
don't care
store,
what she
innit?
thinks.
I don't know.
Listen, Forrest, I gotta be honest. I don't trust her, okay? I don't like the way she turns that camera around. There's a bunch of attitude in the way she rotates that camera, and I'm sick of it. Why can't you wait until you're a little older to settle down? It's not right. You're not ready. You guys have only talked online for 7 years. I mean, are you sure you're ready to meet? That's kind of a big jump.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm harping about Sheena because I love Sheena. And I do
No,
want
you
you to
don't.
have a happy family.
No, you
but
don't,
gosh
man.
darn it, Forrest. There's something fishy going on with her parents.
So as of right now, it does sound like his mother is right to be worried about things. Maybe not necessarily Sheena, but her parents. According to Forrest, she had some money saved up for their future, but apparently her parents were on the bank account too, and they took most of it or all of it. I guess she didn't tell Forrest about this until way later on, so now his mother thinks that she's not trustworthy. And that brings us to the end of the first episode. This season seems promising so far. There's a lot to discuss just within the first few episodes, so I'll be back again with that. I also still plan to finish Love is Blind at some point if I'm able to, so keep an eye out for that.
Who watches this show? If you watch this show, go ahead and log off and unsubscribe, bro. You don't need to be watching my videos, bro. This show's so fucking dope. Love at first sight. Bro, what? Shut up, fam. Anyway, that being said, that's been it for this video, man. Y'all, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Seriously think this guy needs some help, bro. He's got some mental development that needs to happen. But yeah, guys, videos dropping every single day, 5:15 UK times. Make sure you pull up tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace, love, and prosperity.